Okay, Friday. Welcome all of you, and we have a wonderful full class today. My name is Suki, and before we begin, I'd like to just give a wave to the air, to the camera, to each other. Hello, 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 hello. So I'd like us to begin. A lot of us are lying down, so if you would like to join in lying down, that would be great. So go ahead and lie on down. Get yourself grounded into your mat. And then it's Friday here, right? When this live stream class. So work, energy. So here you've taken the time, I invite you to bring energy and attention to your breath right now, this moment. And just let the breath come in through your nose and out through your nose. And we'll take a little bit of time to imagine the breath as it comes in, draw it in through your toes, all the way up through the crown of your head. And then when you're full, pause for a moment. And then when you're feeling the breath wants to leave, let it go. Let it travel all the way out through your toes again. So just like that, let it be at your own pace, but do try to create a steadiness, a rhythm, as if it were like the ocean. Take a few more moments, and you can't do it wrong. It's just a practice. Notice if you can hear your breath. It doesn't need to be loud, but you feel the rhythm, you feel the vibration, you feel the current flowing through you. Now, as you're ready, I'd like to have you reach your arms up over your head. And then now extend the breath again. So allow the breath to travel all the way to your fingertips. And then pause when you're full. And let the breath travel out all the way to your toes. Okay. Now on the next breath in, fill up and pause. Flex your feet. And as you exhale, roll up any amount. It doesn't need to be all the way. Just use your exhales to come up any amount. Right? If you can touch your toes, touch your toes. Inhale, reach up again, fill. And then as you exhale, melt all the way down, back to your back. Using your hands, if that would feel better, it's about your breath, okay? Now do it at your own pace. Right now, slower the better. Imagine you have so many breaths to spend in the amount of time we have together. And if your breathing gets a little messed up, don't worry about it. Just begin again. Okay, on the next one, wherever you are, find your way back to your back. Take a breath in and pause. And then as you exhale, squeeze your knees in towards your chest. And then use your knees to allow the breath to come out a little more, as if your body is facilitating breath. Okay, and now start to rock and roll forward. Maybe you don't even breathe. You just hold your breath a little bit as you're rocking. And then we'll find our way into Navasana, boat pose. You can hug onto the back of your thighs. You can have your feet to the floor. You can even have your hands to the floor. It's about the breath. Okay, so which shape helps create a stability of breath? Now, start to extend into low boat, whatever breath cycle works for you. Notice the breath. And then come up into high boat, low boat. And you don't need to breathe every time you're moving, unless you want to. And if you can hold it a little longer, hold it. About 3 more. You're doing well. So good. Good. Now on the next one, tabletop pose. Take your hands right beneath your shoulders, knees right beneath your hips, and then start to undulate your spine, meaning go up and down, side to side. Maybe your belly drops down, shoulders back on the inhale, and then as you exhale, rounding your back. Now remember, we're still extending the breath, so practice while it's easy. So let's say you sink your belly down for cow and you feel that fullness, and pause. Breathe out, cat. Empty all the air out, and maybe pause. And it doesn't need to be perfect. Let it be good enough. All right. And now what we'll do is curl your toes under and then lift your knees about 1 inch or 2 from the floor. You might even round your back here. And just breathe steady. Remember your currency in this movement practice. Synchronizing breath. And lift your hips, downward dog. Good job. Take your right leg up into the air. You might breathe in and bend your knee. You might breathe out, stacking your hips. And again, just let your breath be even. You might even lift your left heel up and down. Just letting your flow, the leg, get some movement. Take your right knee to your nose, pause, and then take your right foot outside of your right hand, pause. As you exhale, lower your back knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up into low lunge. Stay here and then see if you can go a little further back. Maybe you're just pausing the breath with your body. Exhale. Step back into high plank. Lower your elbows to the floor, one at a time or both. Steady your breath, even though the body might be doing something challenging, okay? Lower your hips. Sphinx, breathe in. Child's pose. Good. Your listening is key. Curl your toes, tabletop, transition with the floating knees. Hips up, downward facing dog. And then lift your left leg. Yeah, bend your knees, stack your hips. It's quite beautiful for me seeing. I feel like you're all underwater and we're like synchronized dancing. So lift your right heel. If you ever wonder what I see, it's like that. Feel free to pump your right leg. Just open things up. And then take your left knee to your nose. Let the air squeeze out. You might be on empty, and then put your left foot outside of your left hand. Inhale into your lunge. You might lower the back knee down, right? And then let the breath, it's almost like you're coming up for some air. Maybe stay with that pause as you expand the body. Hands down. Good job. High plank. Breathe in. Bend your elbows a little bit. Chaturanga. Pause. Come all the way down. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. And your breath is not always going to be even. It's not always going to be steady. That's okay. Do your best. The key is when you catch yourself, when it's just all over the place or it's uneven, catch yourself, all right? Okay, so lift both heels, bend both knees, feet outside of your hands for like a low squat. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, bend your knees, touch your toes. We did this on Wednesday. Drop your seat. Inhale, arms up, pulls you up. Exhale, reach down like a forward fold. Drop your hips. Good, inhale, up. Exhale, down. Even the booty. Inhale, up. Good. On the next one, exhale down, touch your toes, bend the knees, walk your feet in, hip width apart. Take your hands to your shins, inhale, halfway lift. Hands to the floor, step back, high plank. Look forward, lower down and pause, chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Excellent. Smooth out your breath. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Walk or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Fold. Rise all the way up. Exhale. Melt all the way down. Halfway lift. Fill up. Step back, high plank, exhale, lower. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Beautiful. Smooth. Now, I'm going to give you space to do your thing. All right, so take a few moments. Surya Namaskar A is what we were doing. You can lift your heels, bend your knees, get to the top, right into your halfway lift. Fold. Yeah. So do your thing, trust yourself. Let's say you just stand and you move your arms. Perfect. Let's say you forward fold and you skip the push-ups. That's perfect too. You do you. We're not in a hot room, which is quite nice. So build your heat. Build your heat. Warm your waters. Yeah, no rushing. Back bends being added at the top. Excellent. Little side bend. Listen close. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. You're not going anywhere. All you're going to do is pump your heels up and down. That's it. You might even kick your heels to your butt. You might add a hop in place. That's it. You might go fast. You might go slow. Land lightly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm clapping for you. 3, 2. Get to the top. Halfway lift. Hold. Smooth out the breath again, right? Reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Step back. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Not rushing your breath. You're doing great. Now, when you're ready, lift your right leg up into the air. Lift your left heel and pause. Bend your left knee. And then pump your left heel up and down. You might add a hop if you want. You might stay with the pulsing. Excellent. And then just find your way, right foot to the top of your mat. Lift up into your high lunge. Breathe here. As you exhale, take your left hand down, right arm up. Stretch through your arms, really expand the breath. Maybe you lower your back knee down, maybe you don't. Step your right leg back, side plank. Now listen, here you are. Add on or not. You can even bring your bottom knee down. What is the most cost efficient for your breath? Excellent. High plank. Find your way back to home base. Child pose or downward dog. How would you breathe at home? When you're steady, when you're letting your hair down. It's like that. Now, lift your left leg when you're ready. Put your high heel on your right foot. Yeah, and then bend your right knee. And let the pressing and the hopping, if you are to hop, be from the right foot. And keep your back leg straight. Yeah, there we go. And then when you're ready, just take your left foot forward. Inhale right into your lunge. Exhale, hand down, right hand down. And then side plank. And then find your breath because, yeah, we're not always going to be aware of our breath. Nope. And then reach up, breathe in. What is most efficient? Efficiency, expansiveness. Oh, you all look so good. Raise your hand if you think so. I thought so. High plank. And we'll meet back home. Base. And wherever you feel at home, your breath comes back home. Yeah, sometimes it goes faster, right? It's listening to your heartbeat. It's listening to your needs. And as you're ready, when you're steady, lift your heels, bend your knees, find your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, fold, rise up. Now thunderbolt, so drop your booty, and when you do, reach it back. So sit like you're pretending you're sitting in a chair. Go back a little further if it's possible. Now listen, root down to your right foot. Pick up the left. Steady your breath. And then when you're ready, you fly your left leg back. And I don't know about you, but balance takes my breath away. Because it's so exciting, right? Now, bend your right knee a little bit. You might wobble, you might have turbulence. Let that be okay. Good. Now bend your right knee. Step back into your high lunge. Drop your hands down to your heart center. As you breathe in, extend your spine. And then take your left elbow outside of your right knee. You're so smooth. Let the breath be smooth like that. In, out, in, out. Another breath in, another breath out. Now on the next one, your inhale will take you into Warrior Two. Reach forward to touch, reach up and reverse. Allow your exhale to bring you into the pose, extended side angle. Smooth out your breath. Let your body settle. Back to Warrior Two. Lengthen your front leg. Maybe breathe in. Extended side angle. Step with the long leg. Yeah. So good. Now stay here. And really expand to the center of your chest. Through your nose. Keep the breath flowing through the nostrils, if that's okay. Okay, now rise up, Warrior Two. Spin your back heel, here you are. High lunge. Take flight, Warrior Three. You've got it. And then guide your way back into Utkatasana, Thunderbolt. Now the right leg's turn, lift the right foot. Steady the breath. You don't have to proceed until your breath tells you it's ready. Especially as we slow it down, right? Right leg back.
Traveling somewhere, could be anywhere.
So good.
Now,
bend your left knee. And then lengthen it. Couple more. Steady breath. Your body's a little scared right now because it's shaky, right? Let your mind reassure it. So good. Now, take that step back into your lunge. Pull the hands down to your heart center. Glide forward. Prayer twist. And when you're ready, you can expand your arms. If it expands your breath. And then on your inhale, let it carry you up. You can settle in with your exhale. And then inhale, reach forward, reverse. And then exhale into your shape. Extended side angle. Let your breath be strong. Allow your breath to have ease. Expansion. Warrior Two. Lengthen your front leg, reverse. Trust yourself. Come into your extended side angle. Long front leg, long arms, long spine. Now remember when we breathe through our toes all the way to our fingertips? Do that here.
Life goes on. We drift deeper.
Good. Rise up, warrior two.
drift deeper.
Spin your back heel.
We drift deeper into the sound.
Prepare.
Life goes on.
Take flight.
We drift deeper into the sound. Feeling strong.
Thunderbolt.
Spring it on.
Right arm
Bring
under.
it on.
Right leg over. Eagle.
We drift deeper into the sound.
And just
Life
breathe.
goes on. We drift
Steady.
deeper into the sound.
Steady eyes.
Feeling strong.
If you fall, you just get back up.
Bring it on.
Not wasting breath thinking about it.
Bring it on.
Well done. Tadasana, mountain. Thunderbolt. Sit. Left arm under. Left leg over. You've got it.
Embrace me, surround me as the rush comes.
So you create shape,
Embrace me,
and if it's
surround me.
not too expensive for your breath, you can stay longer. It's more sustainable.
Surround me as the
You might fall. That doesn't mean anything
embrace me.
unless you make it so. Mountain. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Find your way back. We'll meet back in downward dog. Child's pose.
Embrace me, surround me as the rush comes, as the rush comes, as the rush comes, as the rush comes, as the rush
When you're ready, right leg high. Right knee to your nose. Slowly walk your hands back. You might bend the left knee a little bit. It actually helps to bend the left knee a lot. So if you haven't already, bend the left knee. Take your right knee out to the right. That's it. A little higher. Good. And then bring it back down. Hug your left knee. Or your hands can come to your heart. Or your right knee. That's it. See? I'm watching you. You're touching me. Rise up. Bring your knee with you. Keep your left hand on your right knee. Think of your arm as a windmill. Your right arm, inhale, all the way back. And then when you exhale, turn your thoracic, your heart, your ribs, your shoulders, your eyes. Good. Now come back to your center. Stretch your right leg. Get it long. And then lean in toward your right foot. Step it down. And stay as you are. Right hand to your right hip. Left arm up to the sky. Lift your chest. And then as you breathe out, reach your right arm forward, or left arm forward and down. And then you breathe in into your spine. Stay here. And if you want to twist, right shoulder reaches up towards the ceiling. Use your breath out. That's helpful to me. You might use a different breath cycle. It might not make sense right now, and that's okay. Just breathe steadily, smoothly. Now look at your left hand. Bend your right knee. Lift your left leg, revolve half moon. Could you windmill your right arm up to the sky? Needle. Let the head go. Let yourself hang. Well done. Left foot to the top of your mat. Feet hip width apart. Thunderbolt. You can do it this way as well, right? And then we'll take our right ankle on our left knee. And then just allow yourself to take that seat to give the hip a little stretch. And your breath will tell you if it's too much, if you're listening. Well done. Mountain. Exhale, fold, let the breath fall out. Halfway lift. Find your way to downward dog. That's usually a great begin again place, right? Or child's pose. If you're at home, I wish you can see what I can see. There's just so much grace, elegance, soft and strong, which is so vital when we're breathing in this breathing practice. Okay? Left leg up. Left knee to your nose. Walk your hands slowly back.
Oh, brother, I have tried.
When you're ready,
Like a drop inside
hug
the ocean.
your left knee.
But there's some karma on my life.
Rise up. You've been here before.
There's a place where I am going.
Right hand stays.
Inside of my control.
Left arm up.
So I'm gonna go for a
Windmill.
little while. Oh, brother, there's a light.
Both arms high.
I know I saw it in my
Left leg
father.
long.
He couldn't easily
Lean forward and step.
even though he really loved
Good.
her.
Left hand, left hip.
It's out of my control.
Reach forward with your right arm.
Gonna coast for a
Lengthen your
little
left leg
while.
as much as you can.
It's out of my
Right hand
control.
down.
So I'm gonna coast for a
And now
little
you create
while.
your breath and shake. Just shake with your breath. Think of a balloon or a glass blower, right? Look at your right hand smoothly. Lift your back leg. And then recenter your
It's out of
breath.
my control. So I'm gonna coast for a little while.
Good.
It's out of my
Back
control.
foot, or actually needle, both hands down.
Coast for a little
Allow your
while.
head to just drip.
Out of my control, so I'm gonna coast for a
Everyone,
little
bend your left knee,
while.
just a micro bend so the back of the knee has some softness. And the back leg, make it really straight and strong. It doesn't have anything to carry, so let it stretch a little further. Good, now take your right foot to the top of your mat. And I know I forgot one thing, so what we're going to do is take the left knee out to the left. Like a dog, like, yeah, you're walking your dog. Or you could be like, no, I don't want to. That's okay. Bend your right knee a little bit, right? So remember, the muscles hold the bones, they move the bones.
It's out of my control.
All right, are we good?
So I'm gonna
Bring your foot down.
coast for a
Thunderbolt.
little while.
Feet hip width apart. Woo! I got warm just watching you. And then take your left ankle on your right knee. And then just recenter your breath. Good news. We did Navasana at the beginning. You guys happy about that? That's okay. Rise up, mountain. Exhale, fold forward. Step on back. Find your way home. We'll be together, but we can do our own thing sometimes.
And I strolled into the room, immediately drunk off the smell of
Now,
perfume.
lift your heels, bend your knees, go to the top of your mat. Find your seat. Lie down on your back. Feet hip width apart. Bending your knees. You got it. So we're setting up for bridge. So bring it into your mind's eye. What you remember of it. Set the shape up. And now, as you breathe in, reach your arms up over your head and lift your hips. And just breathe in this shape. Can you lift your hips a little higher? Now, breathe in, let it go all the way to your fingertips. And then breathe out, but don't go anywhere, just stay. And usually when your hips are higher than your heart, just look up, that's all. Lower your hips as you breathe out. Maybe your arms come by your side. And we'll repeat that. Inhale. Hips up. Exhale, lower. So let your body get familiar. Good.
So what's an art to do, what's an art to say? Every move she makes takes my breath away.
On your breath in, when your arms are over your head, please stay there if you want to come along the wheel, okay? So now you're breathing in, set your hands up. Maybe you place them underneath your shoulders. Take a breath in, and then push up, possibly feel with that breath out. And then I notice my breathing in wheel. I want you to notice yours. So we just stay long enough to notice and smooth it out. That's all. Your body's very excited with this pose. It's an exciting pose. And then when you're ready to come down, come on down. And then when you're ready to come back up, rise on up. It can be bridge again. It's a back bend irregardless of whether you do wheel or bridge. It's a back bend. So give yourself about, do about 3 or 4 back bends. I found during this time I've been skipping them personally. I'm one of those people that I don't do them unless someone tells me to. Because they're hard. Because they can be scary. For me anyway. Good. And then as you're ready, pause. Let your body settle. And then if your feet are not hip width apart, you bring them there. maybe a little wider than your hips. And let your knees kiss. Let them come towards each other. You might bring one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And allow your breath to settle your body and your heart. They influence each other. They feed each other. And then as you're ready, I invite you to take your right ankle on your left knee and come into recline half pigeon. And there's so many expressions. Explore. And then notice when you're still, does your breath lose your attention? Again. That's okay. Remember. And then when you're ready, switch your sides. And let the breath settle. Let it be a little bit longer, perhaps, naturally longer. You're not forcing it. It's the best you can do with what we have going on in our lives. Good. And now, release your feet, hug your knees. And then just hold on to your right knee and let go of your left. Yeah, and then just allow your right knee to come closer to your right armpit and let your head release. Feel your shoulder blades melt down. And then add on a little twist if you would like. Right arm lengthens long and your right knee drapes across your body. And let the breath be long here, especially your exhale. Good. And now come on back. And then you'll do the second side. Our bodies love patterns. And we're breaking the pattern a little bit from our everyday lives, moving and twisting this way, breathing efficiently, maybe a little slower. Adding on that twist, expanding, filling. And now come back when you're ready. Take both arms over your head. Stretch your toes. And let gravity have your whole front body. And allow it to sink your entire body into the earth. So as you breathe in, really acknowledge the space within yourself that is your house while you're here. And then let your arms fall by your side. And let go of the attention to your breath. Just let it be now. invite you to bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And feel the rise and fall. Let the breath rise into your chest, maybe into your belly too. And feel how it just falls out. And anytime you feel you've lost your breath or you're in a place where you're unable to take a child's pose, you can do this. Maybe just on your belly to bring you back. Anytime, anywhere. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for being here, all of you. Namaste.